again, everyone. Excuse me. Hello again, everyone. I'm Paul, the Nitro Skywers, and welcome once again to another edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Monday, and it is time for the Nitro Opinion. And as I promised, let me give you my full opinion, my official opinion, on Impact Wrestling, formerly known as TNA Impact Wrestling. Well, no matter what the title changes, the title of the company changes or not, you still will have the same problems. One of them, in my opinion, has got to be the influence of Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff in the TNA Impact. You see it everywhere. It seems like every, 3-4 segments, Hulk Hogan's got to be showing up there wondering who the network is, or why Sting's screwing around with them, and why Eric Bischoff still hates the X Division. What they're doing is bringing those WCW problems into TNA. And in my opinion, that is borderline on ridiculous. And if Eric Bischoff and Hulk Hogan had any class, they would say, hey, we don't need this. We don't need to bring in these WCW problems. We need to build from the ground up. And that includes the X Division. Yes, you prominently put them on there last week in several matches, but it's time to start building back up the X Division again and make it matter even more. Not put the X Division title on Abyss. No offense to Abyss winning his first championship in TNA, besides the NWA World's Heavyweight title, I do believe, but Abyss does not exactly fit the X Division model. The X Division is high flying. It's great scientific wrestling. It's good work rate. Abyss is more of a brawler than a wrestler. So it doesn't exactly quite fit in the X Division. You need to bring up the X Division stars like Kazarian, Amazing Red, for example. Great athletes with a great work rate. Plus, do yourself a favor. Check out the independent scene. There's great talent. Like, for example, Kiko, the Flying Hawaiian from 1CW, who very much impressed me this past Saturday night at the Brothers in Arms card. Build that up. But there are some good things. Well, another sticking point to the Bischoff-Hogan regime is too much of Immortal. Who cares about Matt Hardy, or I should say cold-blooded Matt Hardy? And what about this Tommy Dreamer as a rule breaker? My mind, it doesn't work. Why? The fans turned on you? Does anyone know what common sense is? Tommy Dreamer plus a rule breaker equals it does not work. Bully Ray. Yeah, he can be a prick sometimes when he portrays himself inside the ring, but isn't he more of a tag team wrestler than he is a singles wrestler? Once you applied yourself so long as a tag team wrestler, being a singles wrestler can either work or don't work, and in this situation, unfortunately, it does not work. And Matt Hardy, yeah, he'll be associated with his brother Jeff, and maybe put along with all Jeff's problems. Plus, think about Matt Hardy's behavior on the internet and on YouTube the last few weeks. That is going to be sticking in his craw for a long time to come. Now, what is good about Impact Wrestling? They had some great matches. The Knockouts division, for instance, as I mentioned before, and I'll say it again, the Knockouts are better wrestlers than the Divas in the WWE. Look at it, people. The Divas, all they do is show off TNA. Not TNA, TNA. Go figure that one out, folks. While the Knockouts actually wrestle. The Divas in the WWE need something like an Awesome Kong or Karma that's now in there. But what is Kong going to do? And when she becomes Women's Divas Champion, I hope they decide to build that around her. But that will be for the time to come. The Knockouts, they can wrestle. Mickie James, Angelina Love, Velvet Sky, who's finally getting the push she deserves. Tara, Madison Rayne, believable characters that are believable to the audience. Also the tag team division. Great tag teams like Beer Money, Generation Me, Gunner and Murphy even. Great tag teams gelling very well in the tag team division. And you got your basic hard workers like Kurt Angle and Sting, who's still a good worker as far as I'm concerned. And you got the top star who's doing it right, both in the promos and in the ring, and that is the best promo man in professional wrestling today, Mr. Anderson. So my official opinion from the Nitro Corner on Impact Wrestling, it is good, but it still needs some work. That is it for this edition of the Nitro Corners. Monday edition, the Nitro Opinion. I'll be back tomorrow for the Monday Night Raw report. Until then, I'm Paul the Nitro Skyver saying, so long, everybody.